So, if you're an Arsenal fan and if you have seen the Lacazette interview, this might definitely boil your blood. It did boil my blood, as you know what, someone who I am considering as a captain, at least for this season, will leave the club no matter what. And for this alone reason, I was thinking, maybe he should get a contract extension. Although from the start itself, I thought, no, he should not. In any way, shape, or form, he should not get a new contract. This confirms that he doesn't deserve a new contract ever at Arsenal, ever again. Ever again. So yeah, there is certain things that Lacazette should not have said, but here we go. Lacazette on Aubameyang says, "I had some misconceptions about him before he arrived. I didn't like him. To be honest, I'm not mates with Aubameyang you see on Instagram. I'm mates with Pierre-Emerick. People don't know Pierre-Emerick. They know Aubameyang. Yeah." If you can understand that, I don't know, like you can understand anything in life. Moving on, Alex Lacazette on if he's in talks with Lyon. He says, "I'm in discussions with a lot of clubs. I'm open. I never cut contract contact with Lyon since I left. I try to go back to the club once or twice a year. So now Lyon know that I'm free. They've come for my information." Lacazette on if he could return to Lyon without European football. He says it's a bit more complicated. I want to play in Europe. It's been a long time since I've played in the Champions League too. I miss it. Nothing is impossible in life, but it's a bit more complicated. Everything is complicated, man. Everything always will be complicated. But anyways, well, the Athletic understand Arsenal have enlisted the help of consultancy firm named People Made to embark upon what sources call a top to bottom cultural review of the club. The project, known internally as the Arsenal Way, has already begun. Backed at ownership level, this is being led by Lord Harris, Vinay Venkatesham, and Juliet Slot. The process began with a Be Together forum at the Emirates Stadium and small sessions, some of which Arteta has attended, focus groups, individual meetings, and surveys. There are groups named after iconic figures such as Rocky, with new images and messaging noticeable around the club buildings, designed to connect employees with Arsenal history and values. We are the Arsenal. So they have hired a company to get them back to the roots. Now this is exactly what a reboot of a company would mean. This is really good. I mean, companies should do it, but yeah, Arsenal have been quite vocal about it, so that's really cool. Moving on, here's former Arsenal player and scout Danny Carbacion has given a tribute to Steve Rowley. This is a touch. This is a message that he's actually put up. You can actually see. Yes, at the end, I would read that, "Chief, I'll miss you because you gave me a chance, taught me more about football than ever thought possible, and treated me as if I was your best ever signing." All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, a big tribute. Interesting. But moving on, Alex Lacazette has also revealed what he said to Bukayo Saka last year to help him improve. So Lacazette says, "I am proud. It's perhaps one of the seasons where I have most responsibility within the team. I think I'm mature enough now for it. I maintain a good relationship between the squad and the staff. I try to bring the most confidence possible to my partners. Last year I had said to Bukayo to play how he wants. If we lost, I would take responsibility, that he should not worry. Then he played a great game and he scored. He said to me, when you told me that, it really helped me. So yeah, it's nice." Interesting to see. But here's something more interesting. It looks like, according to FC Inter News, two clubs are red hot in the market to sign Lautaro Martinez. Arsenal and Atletico Madrid are fighting it out. You call it for Dybala, you call it for Lautaro. When it's Dybala, it's Arsenal, Inter, and Atletico. Three clubs. They're all looking for a striker. Well. Griezmann might go back to Barcelona, according to Matteo Moretto. So that will be a problem, but let's see how things will materialize. So here's the twist. Why did Arsenal not buy Bruno Guimaraes? He just scored a brace in the last game. So here's the answer, according to Newcastle transfer guru Luke Edwards. Says why Arsenal were not able to sign him. He says Bruno's advisors were aware of the interest from the likes of Arsenal and Juventus, and there had been informal conversations, but they, like all other suitors, did not have the money to spend in January. Newcastle did. This was crucial. Everyone else wanted to wait until the summer. When Newcastle pushed hard enough on the door, it opened. It was too much to turn down, and personal terms were also swiftly thrashed. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's that. That's the whole reason why it was all about the money, honey. Arsenal did not want to shell out that much, or even, yes, did not want to shell out that much of Bruno Guimaraes in this transfer window. So they thought, you know what, let's wait for the summer transfer window. So Arsenal, I'm pretty much sure from here on, Arsenal, it is actually becoming a rule that Arsenal may not buy someone permanently in the January transfer window, at least in the new regime. Moving on, let's talk about Folarin Balogun. So Phil Spencer says that Fulham are interested in a deal to sign Folarin Balogun on loan from Arsenal next season, according to the Daily Mail. Marco Silva's side want the striker on loan with a view to making the move permanent. Wow, this is a shocker, to be fair. Folarin Balogun for a permanent move, a loan plus option to buy. Weird. So transfer expert Dean Jones has claimed that Arsenal are trying to get Eden Hazard in the summer. He says, I think Arsenal will look at this situation and give it a go and hope that he fancies coming back to London. Lovely. Lovely. Moving on, so Kevin Campbell wants Arsenal to go for Douglas Luiz. He says, I think he'd be a great partner for Partey. You can see us struggling in midfield right now. Mohamed El Neni is not the answer. He will be gone at the end of the season. Xhaka is our second best because he is experienced in there, but I still have a question mark over him. Douglas Luiz is hungry, young, and is a good ball player. I think he could come in and do a really good job. We need numbers as well. It's not just a matter of signing starters. We need a squad. At the moment, our squad is not up to scratch. We are weaker than other teams. Okay. So Douglas Luiz as a squad player. Okay. So let's talk about Arsenal loanees. How have they done? And here they are. Lucas Torreira scored and played 90 minutes as Fiorentina beat Venezia 1-0. He also got booked. Brook Norton-Cuffy got an assist and played the whole game as Lincoln lost 3-2 to Portsmouth. rijoiace 2-2 made a quick recovery from injury and played 90 minutes before being substituted late on as Rotherham United won 1-0 against Ipswich. Dan Ballard played the full game as Millwall drew 1-1 with Preston North End. Matt Smith played 88 minutes as Doncaster Rovers lost 2-1 to Bolton Wanderers. Harry Clark played 90 minutes as Hibernian lost 2-1 to Hearts in the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup. Hector Bellerin played the whole game as Betis drew 0-0 with Sociedad. Folarin Balogun was brought on in the 82nd minute as Middlesbrough drew 0-0 with Bournemouth. William Saliba and Matteo Guendouzi both played 90 minutes as Marseille lost 2-1 to Paris Saint-Germain. Austin Trusty played the whole game as Colorado Rapids lost 3-1 to Minnesota United. Jordan McKenna played 59 minutes as Shelburne beat Derry City 2-1. Pablo Mari played the entirety of Udinese's 4-1 win against Empoli. Mavropanos played the whole game as Stuttgart drew 0-0 with Mainz. Ainsley's Roma faced Napoli. Okay, so it's not done yet. Nicolas Mola's Den Bosch play Utrecht, not done. Reece Nelson was not in action. Tim Akinola's Dundee did not play. Injuryman Karl Hein was not involved in Reading's 2-1 win against Sheffield United. TJJ, Tyrese John Jules also missed through an injury as Sheffield Wednesday beat MK Dons 3-2. Ryan Alebiosu is still injured and did not feature as Crewe Alexandra beat AFC Wimbledon 3-1. And yes, Alex Runarson's season is done because of the team's season is done. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Daily Mail's Kieran Lynch has said in his column that the only midfielder that Arsenal should go for is Ruben Neves. Like, why is Arsenal not looking at Ruben Neves? So he says, Thomas Partey has come a long way since he first joined the club. While the likes of Martin Odegaard and Emil Smith-Rowe are exciting young talents who can play at the head of the midfield, however, there is a slot next to Partey that is up for grabs and where Neves could potentially fit in. To say Granit Xhaka's time at the Emirates has been mixed would be an understatement, and though there have been periods over the last 2 seasons where he has shown consistent form, Neves would be an upgrade on the Swiss international. So, Kieran Lynch believes Ruben Neves is the midfielder that Arsenal should also consider in strengthening their squad. Well, I don't know if he'll let us celebrate or not. I don't know. He's one of the members of Celebration Police. Who's next? Ashley Young. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.